reconciliation among Ogoni people. Old students of Crowther Memorial College, Lokoja, condemned illegal construction of hotel in the premises of the college. Doctors declare 3-day strike in Abuja, shut hospitals. Trump puts all United States government diversity staff on paid leave, starting immediately. And in sports, Champions League, Dortmund sacks manager Nuri Sahin after 2-1 defeat to Bologna. A very warm welcome to you. This is MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluence state of Nigeria. I am Gift Daniel. Thanks for joining. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has assured Ogoni leaders on that his administration will prioritize peace, justice, and sustainable development in the area. At a meeting at the State House in Abuja, President Tinubu passionately called for unity and reconciliation among Ogoni people. He urges them to set aside historical grievances and work together to achieve peace, development, and a clean environment. President Tinubu directed the National Security Advisor, Nuri, to coordinate the negotiations as he called for inclusive consultation and mutual understanding. The President commended the delegation for embracing the federal government-led dialogue and emphasized the need for collaboration, trust, and inclusiveness to resolve lingering issues in the region. The federal government has announced an ongoing plan to create an aircraft manufacturing company in Nigeria. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, shared this information at the inauguration of ZJet's Maintenance, Repair and Overhaul (MRO) facility and Flight Support Center in Abuja. Keyamo emphasized that this initiative is in line with the government's objective to assist local operators and enhance the country's aviation sector. This facility represents a partnership between ZJet and local banks with the goal of positioning Nigeria as a regional center for aviation services. A particular church in Kogi State, situated in Lokoja name withheld, has allegedly allowed construction of a hotel in the premises of Crowther Memorial College, Lokoja. Stakeholders in the educational sector has called on the state governor to look into the issue and order the stoppage of the construction. A reporter reliably gathered that a powerful civil servant in the state is behind the illegal construction of the hotel in the premises of the college. This has prompted Old Students Association of the college calling on the Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo to, as a matter of urgency, rescue the college from total collapse. They also appealed to the governor to extend his developmental strides in education to the college. New chairman of Kogi State Secondary Education Board, Dr. Habibat Suleiman, has hit the ground running with an unscheduled visit to some secondary schools in Lokoja, the state capital. Dr. Suleiman, who was accompanied by permanent members and some management staff of the board, restated the commitment of the present administration in the state in repositioning secondary education for optimum performance. The establishment of Kogi State Senior Secondary Education Board, KOSEB, has led to the abolition of Kogi State Science, Technical Education and Teaching Service Commission, STETCOM. The unscheduled visit is the first since the constitution of the board of KOSEB by Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo in November last year, aimed at getting first-hand information on the state of secondary schools in the state. Addressing teachers at the GYB Model Science Secondary School Adankolo, the board chairman, Dr. Habibat Suleiman, enjoined them to continue to do their best in impacting knowledge and morale on the students. Dr. Habibat, who noted that the visit was to also familiarize with them, assured that the present administration will not disappoint in the area of better working conditions and welfare. The chairman explained that Governor Ododo is passionate about secondary education, hence the establishment of the board describing repositioning secondary school as his pet project. The Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Capital Territory Administration, ARDFCTA, has commenced a 3-day warning strike over unpaid salaries, allowances, and other demands. The strike has grounded activities in government hospitals in Abuja. The president of ARDFCTA, Dr. George Ebong, disclosed this in a briefing in Abuja on Wednesday. Ebong said the strike came after a 3-week ultimatum issued last year by the doctors had elapsed. Speaking on behalf of ARG, Ebong decried the neglect of hospitals and doctors' welfare in the nation's capital. He stressed that doctors in Abuja have become abandoned projects, calling on the Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike to intervene to avoid an indefinite shutdown of hospitals. According to him, the decision to embark on the 3-day warning strike is a fallout from a congress held by its members. College of Medicine students of the University College Hospital on Wednesday staged a peaceful protest over the persistent blackouts at the hospital. The protest, supported by the Students' Union of the University of Ibadan, was held as early as 7 a.m. The SU President Bolaji Aweda said the protest became necessary following the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum given to the management of both UI and UCH. Aweda, who alleged a power play among the stakeholders, added that the lack of electricity had lasted over 82 days. According to him, the situation has affected the living conditions of students in their academics, making them unable to function well. The ancient town of Oyo in Oyo State will host a historic occasion as Oba Abimbola Akim Owade is crowned the 46th Alaafin of Oyo on Friday, April 4th, 2025. This highly anticipated event will affirm Oba Owade's role as the custodian of the Yoruba people's rich cultural heritage. Extensive preparations are underway to ensure a grand and seamless ceremony. Committees comprising representatives from the Alaafin's Palace and the Oyo State government have been established to oversee the event's planning and execution. Before his coronation, Oba Owade will undergo traditional seclusion rites, also known as Alaafin rituals. These rites, deeply rooted in Yoruba spirituality and tradition, aim to prepare the monarch physically and spiritually for his esteemed role as the protector of throne in Yoruba culture. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State approved Oba Owade's nomination on Friday, January 10th, 2025. In a symbolic ceremony held on Monday, January 13, 2025, the governor presented the new Alaafin with the staff and instruments of office, officially marking the start of his reign. Let's take a quick break. We will be right back. Please stay with us.
Every voice matters. Every opinion counts. Never think it's too late to share your opinion. Join the conversation now. Share your thoughts and views for a better society. The opinion where voices meet. Don't miss the debate, don't miss the argument, and don't miss the issue. Share your voice, make it heard. Opinion improvement is but knowledge in the making. Remember, it is not the best that we should all think alike. It is a difference of opinion that makes horse races. The opinion every Tuesday on Malachi TV promises to be more engaging and educating. Be our guest and let us dig it out together. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. Thanks, you are still with us. Now on crime. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is enmeshed in another internal scandal as an officer in charge of Kaduna Zonal Offices exhibits room allegedly absconded with over $30,000 and other valuable exhibits. Earlier in January, the country's flagship anti-corruption agency said it had detained 10 officers in Lagos over theft of operational items they could not account for. Although the commission did not disclose the specific items stolen by the officials, findings revealed that they stole gold bars worth over 1 billion naira as well as over $180,000 in about GPB 140,000. In the latest scandal, the publication exclusively gathered that a member of staff of the commission, simply identified as Polycarp, vanished into a thin air when he failed to account for over $30,000. Insiders who preferred anonymity told a source that the zonal director, Benedict Ubi, a couple of weeks ago ordered for an audit of the directorate's exhibit room, following the internal haste that occurred in Lagos. According to the sources, when Polycarp received the directive that the exhibit room would be audited. He took an excuse to ease himself and fled. Next on our foreign news. Donald Trump issues an executive order calling for an end to dangerous, demeaning, and immoral diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) schemes. In a follow-up government memo, federal agencies are told to put diversity staff on paid leave immediately. After his inauguration on Monday, the president signed a flurry of executive actions. Trump has been defending his decision to pardon nearly 1,600 supporters charged in connection with the United States Capitol riots in 2021, saying their lives have been ruined. Speaking on the first full day of his presidency, Trump also said he was considering imposing a 10% tariff on imports of Chinese-made goods as soon as next week. He says discussions with his administrations are based on the fact that they are sending fentanyl to Mexico and Canada. South Korea will change the concrete barriers used for navigation at 7 airports across the country following December's plane crash that killed 179 people. 7 airports will also have their runway safety areas adapted following a review of all South Korea's airports that was carried out after the crash, the deadliest in the country's history. The Jeju Air flight was bringing passengers home from Thailand after Christmas when it made an emergency landing at Muan Airport and exploded after slamming into a concrete barrier at the end of the runway. The cause of the crash is still unknown, but air safety experts have earlier said the number of casualties could have been much lower if not for the structure. The concrete structure holds a navigation system that assists aircraft landings, known as a localizer. South Korea's transport ministry has said the system could also be found in other airports in the country and even overseas. Safety inspectors have now identified 9 of these systems, which they say need to be altered. These include the systems at Muan and Jeju International Airport, which is the country's second largest airport. They are looking to either replace the concrete bases with more lightweight structures or bury them underground. Officials added that Muan International Airport's existing concrete mounts would be removed entirely and the localizer reinstalled using breakable structures. Next is sports updates. Borussia Dortmund have sacked their manager, Nuri Sahin, after Tuesday's Champions League's 2-1 defeat to Bologna. The German Bundesliga club are in 13th position in the Champions League, having reached last season's final. They are also in 10th position in the Bundesliga table, 20 points behind leaders Bayern Munich. Sahin was appointed the Dortmund's head coach last summer after the departure of Edin Terzic. Meanwhile, former Manchester United head coach Erik ten Hag has since been linked with Dortmund. The Dutchman left the Red Devils last October and has visited Dortmund since. And from our entertainment desk. Kogi State Cultural Ambassador Kemi Olawumi alongside Akefe Richard Oluwanifemi emerged the Kogi State representatives for the biggest cultural TV reality show in Nigeria called Strongest State in Nigeria, also known as SSN Reality TV Show. SSN Reality TV Show is conceptualized to promote Nigerian unity through her diverse culture while empowering and engaging Nigerians across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to shun violence, as well as projecting and promoting the good works of the state governors in culture and tourism sector of various contestants in which they represent in Nigeria as a whole. According to a statement by Baba Ojonugwa, the Kogi State coordinator of SSN reality TV show, the emergence of Kemi and Akefe is round peg in a round hole with their vast knowledge of the culture and people of Kogi State. A 23-year-old Turkish old fans model, Ezra Van Dan, popularly known as Azrano AV, has been arrested for publicly vowing to have sex with 100 men in one day. Van Dan was reportedly detained by court in Istanbul after declaring her mission to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours, which was deemed as obscene and damaging to the country's morals. The model, on January 14, 2025, took to social media to announce that she planned to film the day-long sex session and broadcast it live in an attempt to break a record in Turkey. According to Daily Mail, it comes just days after Brit Bonnie Blue claimed to smash the previous world record of the most men bedded in 24 hours, taking the total to over 1,000 men in 12 hours. Van Dan had posted a photo of herself with her eyes shut on the bed, wearing red and green, alongside the caption, "Her goal is to break a Turkish record first, then a world record. She's starting with 100 men in 24 hours. But her statement quickly caught the attention of the Istanbul Security Branch Directorate Morality Bureau. They launched an investigation into the controversial post her at a hospital as she awaited a cosmetic surgery operation in Ataseher. And this is where we wrap it up on today's news. For more information or contributions and advert placements, please call the numbers displayed on your screen. Join us daily to watch our news and other exciting programs that will brighten your day. You can also subscribe to all our social media handles to watch our previous and subsequent programs. We are MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brothers and sisters keeper to build a happier and better society together. Thank you for watching. I am Gift Daniel. See you tomorrow.